Ew. All right.
Well, hey, at least it was free.
Yeah. Okay. So what have you been up to, dude?
Just kicking it, hanging out.
Selling shit?
So chill. Yeah, working. But no, I went to Little Tokyo this weekend,
Really?
and
Where?
then
In Tokyo?
they just huh?
In Tokyo? It's just a town. You went to Tokyo and it's just a town of little people?
uh,
No? Okay.
I mean, some of them were a bunch. They were pretty fucking short compared to. I mean, I'm only 5'9", but I was like, God damn, this is like Little Tokyo. This is it. We're here.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Nah, but I like that place. No, they had it was a parking lot by the mall. I thought it was the mall, so it's my fault. But still some good traction, good peoples
Okay.
walking around, hanging out and shit. But
Oh, that's where you were set up. I'm sorry. I thought little
yeah,
little
yeah.
Tokyo was just in a parking lot. Like that's kind of a
No.
shitty little Tokyo.
No, 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 no. So I went to actual Little Tokyo, my bad. And
In
the
LA,
by
right?
like yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay. All right.
By one of the main malls, there was like this little parking spot that some people put an event on. So
Okay.
went out there, hung out with them, sold some shit, met some cool people. Actually, dude, this guy had some sunglasses in like the shape and like feel of not feel. Obviously, they weren't like actual, but like the look and everything of like lifesaver gummies. It was fucking sick, dude. I liked it a lot. I just never 'cause I didn't even ask how much it was.
Uh-huh.
I wear glasses, and the thought 'cause I hated wearing contacts. I'm not putting contacts in just to wear
Yeah.
sunglasses,
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna go through trying to get those fucking designer things prescription. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Um, so I just like promoted his shit, said what up, and he was cool as fuck. But besides that, after that, I went down to one of my friend's spot in Escondido. I don't know if you know where that is.
I don't know where it is,
Uh,
but I know it's like Southern California.
yeah, it's like 30 minutes out from San Diego.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. Okay, I remember now.
and dude, like on like a low key type thing, I want to move out there.
Oh,
Really
yeah.
fucking nice. And my nerdy side to it is the meaning is hidden, and makes me feel like it's like a village hidden in the mountains type Naruto feel. Because you when you're going there, you obviously there's like a way to go to just to San Diego, or you kind of veer off and go to Escondido. And when I get there, like every time it's just like popped out of the mountains, and I just feel like it's like this hidden city that I've never fucking heard of. It's fucking cool, man. But really, I don't know. It piqued my interest when I found out like the actual name means hidden,
Hidden.
or something hidden or something like that. Um, but I went down there, visited my friends, and told one of them I was playing my buddies that I'm in a band with at a certain card game. Don't have my own play cards for it yet, my own deck, and I borrowed one of theirs, and I ended up beating their asses pretty hard.
Yeah, what game?
And huh?
What game was it?
The game Magic the Gathering.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
And
cool.
so my homie out there, because he has his own little card shop.
Hmm.
He's like, oh, you don't have your own deck? He just throws me a fucking commander deck, and yeah. So now I'm gonna start fucking getting into that shit. But I kind of thought because it was something in the past that me and you both liked, if you wanted to talk about that
Yeah, we
today.
could talk about that. Yeah. But real quick though, dude, something crazy happened and I don't know, I have no information, but it was wild. And I go outside my house today and there were cops. There was like one cop and then there was like a bunch of like I'm guessing like unmarked cars and then uh Homeland Security was right next door to my house.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And like I know that the person who lives there is in corrections. So I have no idea what's going on. No idea. I'm gonna have to look it up in the news, but
Dude,
um
I mean, I don't want to put anything. Maybe they're like your buddy or something. But I've
no.
been seeing a lot of YouTube videos, and I mean, I'm pretty sure like they're from like a few years ago. Because when I've clicked on a few, they're like at the latest, or like the earliest, like 2019. And like the latest ones were like 2023. But a few of them were cops getting arrested for child po.
Yeah, I don't think that was them though. I mean, I
Okay.
it,
No, that's why I'm saying I don't want to
yeah.
put that out there and maybe say that and then it
Yeah.
not be true. But I've been seeing a few videos of like correctional officers, police officers,
Yeah.
higher ups and shit. And like they're doing twisted fucking things with kids. And it's just like fuck, dude. Fuck this world.
All all I know is that I drove by and saw that they had the door wide open the whole time, and I'm thinking like, why? There was no crime tape. They're gone.
You weren't
So
vacuuming the sidewalk to see what's
yeah,
up?
yeah, right, yeah. No, I was tempted to be like, hey, what's going on? But I'm like, I'm just gonna let them do their fucking job. I'm sure that
Yeah, yeah.
they get they get hassled enough, dude. I don't want to
Dude,
fucking
it's one
deal
thing
with
when
that
it's like
shit.
your own family and shit to like actually go up and like question, but if it's
Yeah,
just like a neighbor, like
yeah. It was
I
not
don't know.
none of my
Especially if
business.
it's like a whole crew like that, how you say? That's a whole I don't know, that's a whole story right there.
Yeah.
You said a few like cruisers, some undercover, and then Homeland.
Yeah, yeah, there was only
That's
one cop car, like a SUV,
oh,
whatever.
okay.
And then but
Still,
like
because then that I don't know. That's like an undercover thing because that cop car would only be there to like take them to jail. You know what I mean? Everyone else is there to like watch or get shit or take the person down.
yeah, I guess. Yeah. The thing is though is this isn't this isn't cop jurisdiction. This is sheriff's. So
Oh.
it was weird to me that it was a cop and not the sheriff's department. So
Okay.
I don't know. It was interesting. And then I'm like, Homeland
Again,
Security, what
probably
the
like a sting then, because
fuck?
if they knew something was happening and they just needed to take him somewhere, then the sheriffs wouldn't really like trip on that. Because it's not like the sheriff chase or like the cop chased him to the house. It's more like they knew they just had to go pick him up,
Well, yeah. I mean,
or some shit.
yeah, I don't know. It was just weird
I
that
ain't no cop. I'm
Homeland
just swinging my
Security
dick
was
around.
there,
It ain't even that big.
and I mean, the thing is it could have been because like I looked it up. I'm like, what's Homeland Security in there for? And it could be for trafficking of drugs, people,
Mhm.
um, and or it could be like terrorism or computer stuff. Um,
And then you said he's a correctional officer?
yeah, it's a female. Um,
You didn't have to correct me.
what?
So you didn't have to correct me.
Yeah, that's funny. Um,
But then probably honestly probably drugs. I'd say. Is
yeah, I mean, but my thought was that it possibly could have been that somebody like an inmate had threatened them,
mm,
and so some kind of threat could have been, that could have been it. So I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, that's basically that was how
now
my
that's crazy
morning
though.
started.
Waking up to that shit. That was this morning too.
Yeah, this morning, yeah.
Damn.
So I have no idea what's going on, but I probably never will know, which kind of sucks, but whatever. I just want I all I really care about is like, do I need to be on alert? Like,
Yeah,
like
like well, like what if like a shootout happens next time?
yeah. And then the other thing too is like some of my mail, like some I get their mail and their mail will be addressed to my address. I'm like, if it's a
Ooh,
threat like on their life, like then somebody could possibly, I don't want
fuck
fucking
up.
shit to happen and
Yeah.
some
Oh yeah,
asshole come
dude.
into my house and whatever. So, anyways,
Oh yeah.
I was tempted to talk to them, but I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna let them do their job. Let them do their job,
If
whatever it
anything,
is.
I would dig like online or something later,
I'm gonna
especially knowing
try.
the address miss up thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Because
try.
if someone sends a death threat to you and it's supposed to be to them, and you don't even know because you don't open their mail,
Yeah.
it's like fuck, dude.
Well,
Yeah,
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 but
that's crazy. Now, damn,
yeah, but the thing is, though, is like the nobody had this sense of urgency when they were like standing outside.
they were
So
just chilling.
yeah, a lot of them were just chilling. So,
Oh, okay.
one person from Homeland Security had like, a yeah, they have like their vest on, their bulletproof, I guess, whatever, and then they took it off and then went
Oh,
up. So I'm
okay.
guessing there was nothing
Crazy,
nothing
crazy.
crazy, but definitely talking to them. So I don't know
Yeah.
if or I don't know if maybe something happened, but whatever. It's that's like the second thing that's happened on my street, with like law enforcement. So it was a little wild, but hey man, Oildale, right?
Yep. 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 Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah, but
That's why it's its own city now, right? Isn't it?
it always was, dude.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
What?
Oildale was its own little place before Bakersfield took it over. It became part of Bakersfield.
But
You can still write Oildale, California, and
no, I didn't
for
know
that,
that. I just
yeah,
now I thought it was Oildale City.
yeah, no, they've done that to try to, I don't know, to show pride in the fact that Oildale is
Mm,
different than the rest of Bakersfield.
okay, I thought it
So
was like an actual thing.
no,
So now, oh, okay,
it's always
all
been
right, it
that,
makes more
man.
sense.
Always been that. But
Huh?
Rosedale was that way too, and Shafter is its own place, but it'll soon be part of Bakersfield too.
Oh, I
Even
know
though,
Shafter was.
huh?
I didn't think of I knew Shafter was. I didn't think it was like getting overtaken. My hate with Shafter is whenever I come down from Fresno or Delano, and it's
Uh,
not even that far. It always tells me take the right at Shafter. I was like, fuck you, bitch. I ain't no. Fuck
yeah.
you.
Why? Why do
No.
you want to go all the way
Why?
through
Why would I do that?
Shafter? No, just keep taking
It's
the
so
99 or
annoying.
keep taking the 5, whichever one you're. Well, if you're coming from Fresno, it's the 99. But
Yeah. Or either, because eh, mainly the 99.
yeah.
But I went Sacramento a few weeks back,
Hmm.
and the drive on the 5 is it's fucking nice, dude. It's just relaxing.
Oh yeah, five is chill.
And
Yeah,
then anything to LA fucking drives me crazy.
dude, LA sucks, man. Traffic
I
sucks.
like driving. I like driving LA. I don't like driving to LA.
Nah, I don't like any of it. Stressful, dude. And if you have to pee,
Yeah. Oh, forget it. No,
because
get out of there.
you're stuck in traffic for so long.
Get out of there. No, not even that. Because even if you get out of traffic, get somewhere, no place has a restroom for you.
No, you gotta
No,
pay.
no, nothing. They're broken, or you have to be a paying customer, or it's just for employees. And dude, I almost shat myself
Yeah,
on a Bonds floor just to prove a point.
yeah,
I will do this and buy a fucking monster from you because I am the monster. Let's talk about magic now.
yeah, yeah. Let's go ahead and talk about magic.
The Hoof Hearted Podcast rides so fine. With Doc and Mex, they cross the line. Talking dreams under the sun's bright shine. Their stories flow like sweet divine wine. The Hoof Hearted Podcast, let's all cheer. With Doc and Mex, the sound is clear. Their voices ring where truth appears. A laughter echoes year to year.
What is up, pod people? That is our intro music for now. I don't know if I'm really sold on it, but this is another episode of the Hoof Hearted Podcast. I am Doc, and with me is Mex, and we are going to talk Magic the Gathering. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
What the fuck
I don't
was
know what that
that?
was, but
You're like,
I don't know.
you're like,
I was just joining you.
uh, uh.
I was trying to be Mystic, man. My bad.
Oh, that was Mystic?
Yeah, to me,
What the
it's
fuck?
like a mystical ogre or some shit, dude. Leave me alone.
Right. Right. It's a mystical pothead. You're, magic. Goddamn. All right. So Magic the Gathering. I know that we've talked about it before, like a long time ago. I've played it for quite some time, not as long as some other people. I got into it after high school. Yeah. I've played it. I've played it a lot. Like I even taught my kid how to play it. My oldest. I figured, he's autistic. He'll probably like this shit. So, yeah, and he did. Like he loved it. But it's so hard. Like now that I've been married and had kids, and it's just hard to find somebody to play Magic with. And the other thing too is I'm not joining tournaments and shit, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's one of those. To me. It's like it's a hobby, and I can never
Dude,
justify like spending money constantly to buy new packs to stay updated so that I can go
yeah.
ahead and play tournaments. And you can't.
That's
The only way that you can end up playing tournaments is you have to be updated because it's always updated shit. So
yeah, and then they do like bans and everything.
yeah, they
Um,
ban stuff, but
no, and that's why, like you said, with just like the friends.
yeah, but I have no friends.
I,
So
well, I
that's
mean,
it.
I'm here. Do you still have your decks, man?
I don't. I gave them
I'm
to my kid. So yeah.
But in June, that's the like the main thing that's got me into it. Kind of before I started playing with my friends, like I sent them like here's this pre-order. Like I'm gonna get this and I'll get into it, guys. They're doing Final Fantasy.
Oh,
So
okay.
they have 4 Final Fantasy Commander decks coming out, and I think I pre-ordered the collector edition of all of them with the store that I went to. Hopefully,
Mhm.
and then on Amazon I pre-ordered a regular decks. So man, those could be the ones that we fuck around with. But it's gonna be Cloud and Sephiroth's, and that's fucking badass to
Sephiroth.
me. I don't know what.
Sephiroth. I think that the song.
It's something. Yeah, this
Yeah.
song literally says his name. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. But yeah, no. As soon as because I saw that and I was like, all right, I'll get these. I'll get these. I'll fuck around with them. And then like I was telling you, my friends wanted to play after we were recording one day, and I just borrowed one of their decks. He said that it was actual like because he plays in tournaments,
Mhm.
so it was his competitive deck. And that fucking thing wrecks so much shit. It's fuck, it was like the Dragon. And I only remember it because I saw a video, and you say it's a hobby. This fucking thing is crazy now, man. I did not know when me and you played it back in the day, I just had like gods and dragons and shit.
Yeah.
But now there's fucking Transformers.
Yeah.
There's because he has a Transformer deck. There's fucking Marvel. There's I was looking at
Spider-Man.
a whole ass Spider-Man
I'm
box right
I'm
here.
looking
That's
at it right now.
250.
Yeah, I'm looking at it
Fuck,
right
man.
now. They've got Spider-Man, they've got Assassin's Creed, they've
Yeah.
got
Well, they
yeah.
I think the last release because they do a thing Secret Lair that I learned about too.
Mhm.
And I mean, diving into this shit like headstrong, and thankfully, like being like a vendor in some of these spots, I'm just seeing it. I'm not buying shit yet because I could see where the fuck I'm gonna go because of this stupid shit. Because of Secret Lair, and they have a Chucky version, so it's all like Chucky cards.
Okay.
You know from the movie, right?
Yeah, the movie,
Like, you
yeah.
know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Okay, here. Fuck, my bad. I should be sharing this with you.
Okay.
But real quick, so you see these? Because I don't know if you've seen the Secret Lair stuff yet.
There we go. Okay. Okay, I haven't seen the Chucky stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like, artwork and shit from those movies, shows. But the last, I think a few weeks ago, they released SpongeBob. That shit flew, dude. I wanted to get some,
Yeah.
but I was slow on it and it sold out.
Yeah.
But I
Real
don't know.
quick.
Like you said, Assassin's Creed, they have Lord of the Rings, which I don't know if you heard of that one too.
Yeah, actually,
They did
I
the
got some of those.
fucking one card of the ring.
Oh yeah, I
Such
heard about that.
horseshit. But
Yeah.
or like I think it's like an alternate art. Fucking Post Malone bought that shit for $2 million.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
That's
a big like nerd.
crazy.
He's a big nerd.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, he plays a
he's
bunch of
he's
nerdy
cool.
games, plays Magic. Yeah, and for people who don't know what Magic the Gathering is an old game. I can't remember when it came out. 90s, I believe. Could have been, yeah, I'm pretty sure the early 90s. But it's a card game, and you create decks based off of
Yes.
these abilities that each card has. So the cards they have certain colors. There's green, there is red, white, black, and blue. And then you have to have a certain amount of mana, which is land. And you have to tap the mana that each card requires in order for you to play that card. That card has certain abilities. And the whole idea is to create a deck that all of the abilities kind of play with each other. Some cards are creatures, and those creatures you use to attack. Some of them are defensive creatures. Some of them are attacking creatures. Some of them can fly. Some of them they don't fly. Some are abilities that you add to your creatures. You have artifacts that can also be creatures. Those are usually colorless, so you can use any color. It is a very complex game and simple at the same time. So it's really not anybody
I
can pick
forgot
it
how
up and
easy
play
it was, dude.
Yeah.
Because when we played, I had some fun, but it was just the standard too. I've been kind of intimidated with Commander, because
Yeah.
Commander's 99 cards and one leader card. So it
Yeah.
has to be based around the leader. So it's
Yeah.
100 cards. That shit's a fucking stack, dude. It's too
Yeah.
much.
Uh,
It's the only thing that's annoying about it.
I always played with it. I always had a huge stack of cards. I'd have so many. Like I always had a hard time. I had a hard time eliminating stuff because
Yeah, and I guess that's probably like the best thing about the Commander format, because every card you have, unless it says you could have as many cards as you want, you can only have one of.
Oh, okay.
So you have to have only just one of this, because I don't even know the fucking names, but you can only have one Randall. You can only have one Josh.
Okay,
shit
yeah.
like that. Unless because that's what someone the card shop was telling me about the set. So the Final Fantasy set should be like way more popular, and he's seen it already with his pre-sales. Because there's gonna be, like, his example was Lightning Bolt. So since you could only have one Lightning Bolt for Commander, that's the only one you could have, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in Final Fantasy, they're gonna have like Tifa's Lightning Bolt,
Oh, I
blah blah
see.
blah's Fireball.
Okay.
So you could have new versions of that, and it's still
Gotcha.
technically, I mean, it is a different card. So that's pretty fucking badass.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't opened a single pack yet, but I've been watching a shit ton of videos.
Yeah.
The art is there, dude. It's so cool.
Yeah. That's the other thing that's
it's-
been it's been a staple in Magic the Gathering is the art.
I
art
didn't
has
know how
always been
cool it was,
good.
man. I had
Yeah.
some basic shit when we played,
Yeah.
and they've upgraded a lot.
I mean,
Like,
people. Some people have collected it just for the art.
Yeah,
And then there's some.
Well,
There's some.
and then
stuff
even the
that's
old
just-
school ones, dude. Because
Yeah.
one of the streamers that I've seen, he gets like the original packs that came out,
Mhm.
and those artworks are still really nice.
Yeah.
It was
I mean,
just still primitive,
Yeah.
but like you could see where it was going, and it wasn't. I don't know. Never
Yeah.
stopped, I guess, but it's cool.
I didn't start
Well, they
playing
do
until
have
after high
Ghostbusters for
school.
sure.
A friend of mine, he introduced me to it, and I played a couple of matches that were 4 players, so it was like, 2 teams of 2. That was interesting. I always liked playing one-on-one more, because then I didn't have to rely on a teammate. But
Yeah. Well, when I play with those guys with my band, it was all 3 of us, so it was one against all of
oh
us.
yeah,
It was
yeah,
free for all.
1v1
I like
v1.
that. I don't like you said. I don't like teams.
Yeah,
Um, and it's still the same, even like with Yu-Gi-Oh, because you had the like balance of each other.
yeah,
So yeah, I like a solo type of deal.
yeah. And you, I know you've played other like card games. How
Yeah.
does Magic the Gathering, how does that differ from other card games? Because I've played only Magic, and I've never played any of the other ones, but I did try playing Pokemon once
I've
because
never played Pokemon.
my
Oh,
nephews, they were really into it, and my kids were into it because my nephews were into it. So I tried it, and I'm like, this doesn't fucking make sense. I don't like this at all. So I didn't
yeah,
like it. But you've never played Pokemon.
because
But what about the other ones that you've played?
I've only really collected. That's the shitty thing. I've
Okay.
watched videos of people playing like Digimon and One Piece so far because I'm trying to get into One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the the main difference for One Piece is you only have 10 of like the land kind of
Mm-hmm.
stuff, so you can only use up to 10 per turn unless like your card has the ability to give you 2 more
Oh,
or
okay.
something like that, or it gives you more in any way. Um, Digimon, I don't think there's anything like that. You just have to kind of summon as you go. So like the first one that you could ever do, he has to be like a 0, and
Mm-hmm.
then after that, because you'd have to digivolve on top of the previous one. I don't know. So that one was kind of confusing. Yu-Gi-Oh
Yeah.
was my shit when I was younger.
Okay.
I actually played like tournaments. I wasn't good. I didn't go nowhere, but I played it in a few tournaments for Yu-Gi-Oh, and that shit for me was fun.
Yeah.
That one I would say is the simplest because all you have to do is draw and put down cards. If like the monsters that you would summon, they have to be like 4 or lower. You could summon them free. Anything higher, you have to sacrifice.
Oh, okay.
So super simple, super like basic.
Yeah.
Everything had like attack points, so you just attack your opponent for like 1,000 until you lose all 8,000. But then there was also spell and trap cards that you'd have to defend or use to keep yourself safe.
Yeah.
But that one's like the one I have the most knowledge over. It just changed so much, so I stopped playing with it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and actually, I would say like changed. I don't like it, but not a lot of people liked the way Yu-Gi-Oh was changing. My friend, he was actually a pro player,
Mm-hmm.
and he completely quit because they added like in like a span of like 2 years, they added like a whole part of the ring of like the field and added like 3 different monsters that could fucking go into that zone. And he was just like, nope, too much to fucking add to that shit. Like, why? I don't know. Like, because to me, it's like you went almost 20 something years without making a change like that.
Yeah.
So it was just really like fucking crazy to do. Like, you changed the whole board and added like a shit ton of rules to it. So it was a little off, but playing a few like online games, I've come to like understand, is like, the ruling. I was just being stubborn back then, and
Yeah.
I'm sure my friend was too, way more. But some people just like the old school days and
Well,
wanting to just be back at the roots.
yeah. Well, Magic hasn't really changed. I mean, like the commander deck
Yeah.
thing is something new, but
And I think
it's pretty much the
that was
same.
made by fans.
The commander deck. Yeah.
The commander like theme of it, and then
Yeah.
after it got picked up, like Magic started doing like, oh, commander decks. Here you go. Here's this commander.
Yeah, well,
Here's that.
they started having like they started having these cards that were, I don't know, it was kind of, I can't remember what they're called, but they were kind of like a commander where they were like a multicolor card, and they had kind of like these crazy abilities to be able to, like, everybody that is a thief gets you know, a certain plus plus or the ability to do this. And you know, you were able to like stack shit. And so they had these cards that came out that were kind of like a, you know, they were very strong cards, but they were expensive cards to cast, so you had to have a lot of mana of different colors.
Mhm.
So it was, I think that happened right before they started doing the commander stuff. I'm not sure because I didn't follow along for a long time. But yeah, I had this one game that was pretty epic. It was this one match against my friend that had gotten me started in it. And my I had a huge deck. I mean, I probably had, I don't know, I had over 100 cards in there, probably 120, maybe 130. And the deck was meant to gain life. It was all white, and he had a deck that was blue, and it was relatively big, and it was a counter deck, so it would always counter everything that you cast, and it was annoying. Now,
Mhm.
for people who don't know, you start out with 20 life. Everybody starts out with 20 life. By the end of it, I had over 600 life, and he had over 200 life, and I lost because I got decked, because he had some cards in his deck that would cause me to draw extra cards. And then part of my life gaining was by drawing cards and then discarding cards. So I went through my 100 plus cards before he went through his, and I still lost because I got
Goddamn.
decked. But I mean, I had over 600 mana, or not mana, but 600 life, and he had over 200. And if I just had some more cards, it was so close because he was almost done too. And if I just had like an extra 50 cards, I probably would have beat him. So I think he was down. I think he was down to uh, like 10 or 20, somewhere around there, cards left. So it was really close, and and the game lasted like so long, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, to me, it was like the most epic game that I've ever had, and I enjoyed it. And I don't have anybody to play Magic with, so that's why I ended up downloading the app. And in the app, you get new cards constantly. You can play. It's cool because you can play without any uh like, you could play like old cards that are banned. And then you can also
Oh, yeah.
play in,
Like retard or something. Because I know that I know there's a card called that.
I don't remember that, but yeah.
But the streamer I watch, I'm not making this shit up. He, at least from what I remember, he went out and he bought a shit ton of them.
Hmm.
Just because he saw like a lot of people getting pissed off, and he was like wanting to make fun of him.
Oh, okay.
Because that car shouldn't be ran. Blah blah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can't use it, but here you go, retard. But here, what was that?
Shit. Yeah, I don't know. I would love to play again. It's just that, you know, it does. And part of the fun is building the deck. You know, like reading what all of these stuff does, and then trying to, and then like in your mind, you're like, holy shit, like this will work with this, and then you create this like combination that it's pretty awesome. And then you play it in a game, and then like the people that you're playing against, they're like, what? No way. Like, holy fucking shit. Like, they can't believe the combo that you pulled off. and
Yeah.
that's part of the fun. That's part of the fun of
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
I've built decks that were based off of one combo and hope that I get it. And then when you do, you're like, okay, game over, you know? So, but usually it never, it never comes to that because I can't get all the cards, the right cards. So it really is about creating balance. And one of my favorite types of decks to have is a flying deck because usually people do not have anything to fight against flying. So if
Yeah,
you
that's why I
have,
want to build a dragon deck.
yeah, I built a dragon deck actually on the mobile app, and
Nice.
it would always do pretty good. So
The ones I think I had when I played with you was a dragon and like a god deck.
yeah,
I wish I could find those cards. I don't think I sold them. But I don't know what I did with them.
yeah, I gave all mine
Are
away.
you watching the stream of little my screen?
Nope. Let me see.
Look at these fucking cards, dude.
I don't. It's not showing up. Oh,
What?
here it is. Wait,
Okay, cool.
there we go. Okay, that's some interesting art.
Right?
Yeah.
And this one,
Oh, Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
The only thing is this one's $40.
Yeah, that one card.
No.
Or is it a whole pack?
The whole set.
Oh, okay.
So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. But the artwork and then the foil, because I think that's the foil edition. This is non-foil. Would be 30.
Oh, okay.
That's not bad.
Might as well
It's
get
kind
the
of
might as well get the
value.
foil.
Yeah, exactly. And then this one for like 10 cards is 115.
Damn. Yeah, I mean that's really why it's best to like when they've got a new like
13.
special edition whatever to just buy it. So I had some cards that were worth some money. And I
I'm seeing
didn't
like
sell them.
value in this shit too. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's weird because for the longest time, like so baseball cards, there was a time when the market was flooded and they were worth nothing. And now, just recently, within the last couple years, I've noticed that baseball cards are starting to be on the rise as far as value goes. Same
It's
thing.
people dipping into their retirements, man.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Retirements, the stimmies when we had them back in 2020. That's what launched Pokemon back up again.
Yeah, but there is value in collecting cards again.
Yeah, no, it's a nice thing.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, and I know that you sell stuff like this, so it's definitely like
I haven't touched Magic, but I might start.
Well, there's people going to like these Pokemon like vending machines and like poaching all of the cards out of the vending machine and then going and turning around, going online and selling the packs for more.
Well, the funnier one was I think this dude he was doing that, right? And this other guy started like bitching to him about it. And everyone's roasting the guy bitching because he's white and the dude like buying him he's black. Okay. But it turns out the guy buying him, he owns his own shop.
Oh, okay.
And he's buying the vending machine out and taking it to the shop to resell.
Yeah.
Right. So, and I don't know if the other one's just like a YouTuber or Instagram person, but I hadn't heard shit about the one that was bitching about it, you know?
Yeah.
Like he's not a card store owner. He's not a vendor. He's supposedly, from what I've heard, he's maybe a YouTuber or Instagram person. But either way, like it's low to fucking scalp. My thing is especially Pokemon, because I have a stack right here of ones that I've bought from a few people, and then ones that I pulled myself. But it's a very just like 12 cards, very specific. And it's just because when I started like pulling shit to sell, buying some stuff to sell, when I saw these, I was like, that's a cool ass design. I looked him up and he has like a episode in an anime of Pokemon. It's not like the OG Pokemon, it's like an offshoot that's only in Japan. these motherfuckers go hard. Like it's a shield. It's a Pokemon that turns into like a shield, kinda. Like he has armor, not a
Hmm.
shield. And then the other one turns into a dude with like swords for arms, and they just fucking go at each other and just beat the shit out of each other. Um, I just thought it was badass. I was like, oh, you know what? Uh, because I do find it kind of scummy to not collect at all and just resell.
Yeah.
So I decided for that one, I'm gonna collect all his cards that I can because it's very low,
Hmm.
and then like a few other ones that I like. Not every fucking card. And then the same for like One Piece. I'm just collecting some cards that I like.
Hmm.
It's just because like there's so many fucking characters or so many cards. I I found out because there was a vendor video of someone interviewing like a collector, and the collector goes, "Yeah, no, there's too many cards. So what me and my family decided was to get a binder and just collect one of each Pokemon." And the guy was like, "Still, that's a lot." He's like, "Yeah, that's over 1,000 Pokemon." It's
Shit.
like, "Fuck, dude,
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know it was past 500."
Yeah. I don't know why they continue to add more and more, but they do. So
Yeah, it's crazy.
yeah. But
But I mean, because some people kind of get a little burnt about it, because like they've added like keys, swords, and shit.
mhm.
In Japan, like spirits inhabit like items, so shit like that could happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I just find it a little cool when it's like the pair of keys. That's a Pokemon. That's weird, but I mean, I guess it could be kind of like a ghost inside of it. So
Yeah.
all like the ghost or like all of the Pokemon's that like items or like weird shaped things, are they just ghosts? Or because and then there's another I'm drifting, but there's another theory of Ghastly. I don't know if
Okay.
you know that
Yeah, I
Pokemon.
know. Yeah.
It's a ghost Pokemon,
Yeah.
but because he's round and he looks kind of like I think it was Clefairy, or it's another Pokemon. But there's a theory that he's just a dead version of that because he evolves to like look exactly like them.
Hmm.
So it's just funny to me.
Yeah.
A lot of the theories or anything based on this shit is like very gruesome or just like child
Yeah.
death or some shit. It's weird. Japan.
Yeah. I know, right?
Um,
Yeah.
But yeah, Magic's
I wonder.
fucking
Yeah.
got me back hype on this shit, dude. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah. I wonder though, like, I don't know how popular Magic is in other countries. Especially like
I
Japan.
know because like a few of these are only available right now on the Secret Lair website,
Mhm.
only in the like Japanese font, and like one says low stock, one doesn't say anything.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm sure it's not like super popular, but it's got to still be a little popular.
Yeah.
And then I've also seen some YouTubers of them going into Japan card shops for Magic, but there's only like 3 shops in all of Japan, I think,
Okay.
from
It's
what they
one.
said.
Yeah, it's probably one of those niche things because I know Japan's
Yeah,
got a bunch.
very.
They've got so many options for
Dude,
their
they have
card games.
so many card games.
Yeah. So
And I think half of them are just fucking anime titties.
yeah.
They
Oh,
have
no
it
doubt.
going on over there, dude.
I guess. Yeah. I know that Magic also had a thing of D&D. So they had like Dungeons and Dragons. They had some characters from that. So
Dude, but wasn't it mainly like the movie?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, it could have
Oh,
been,
okay.
but they had. I mean, they had like a Balrog or some other shit that was popularized in D&D. So I mean, they've got all their special collectors edition stuff, and I am impressed by their ability to create new cards with different abilities that
Yeah, just keep going.
yeah, they just keep going. The game
Yeah.
itself hasn't really changed that much. I know we said that, but still it has its fan base and it still stays fresh, and they're able to keep it fresh by changing abilities and cards and not having to change the way the game is played. Like I know you were complaining about what was it, Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah.
Yeah, how Yu-Gi-Oh changed the way the game was played and that bothered you. But Magic has never had to do that. So I think that that's pretty good. I mean, that's pretty
Yeah.
impressive to be able to do
Oh
it
yeah.
for so long, and you know, yeah, it's impressive to me. So, let me see here. Yeah, I mean, they've been going on since 1993. That was when Magic the Gathering was created, and
Damn.
yeah,
They're as old as me.
yeah, there you go. So, and they've had,
Goddamn.
I think that they've had video games. I'm not entirely sure. Let me check.
Well, regardless, it's a big like influence on others because
Well, Magic the Gathering, they're owned by Wizards of the Coast. Okay, so Wizards of the Coast, they were founded in 1990. So Wizards of the Coast purchased TSR and the Pokemon trading card game, and the makers of Dungeons and Dragons.
that makes more sense.
And yeah, and as far as I know, and they were acquired by Hasbro. But as far as I know, Wizards of the Coast, they owned Magic the Gathering like first, but they're huge in all that nerdy shit. Wizards of the Coast was founded by Peter Atkinson in 1990 outside of Seattle, Washington, and his current headquarters is located in Renton. The company was named after a guild of wizards in a role-playing game. The company published RPGs such as the third edition of some game that I'm not going to read. And in 91, they approached, in 91, Richard Garfield approached Wizards of the Coast with the idea for a brand new board game called Robo Rally. Atkinson said that it was too expensive, and he wanted to create a game that was quick playing and it was portable. So he set up a new corporation called Garfield Games to develop Garfield's collectible card game concept into Magic the Gathering. So Wizards of the Coast created Magic the Gathering, essentially. Well, Atkinson set up a new corporation called Garfield Games to develop Garfield's collectible card game concept into Magic the Gathering. The new company sheltered the game from the legal battle with Paladum. Garfield Games then licensed the production and sale rights to Wizards of the Coast until the court case was settled, at which point Garfield Games was shut down. Wizards of the Coast debuted Magic the Gathering in July of 1993 at Origins Games Fair in Dallas. The following month, the game was extremely popular at Gen Con, selling out of its supply of 2.5 million cards. In 1994, Magic the Gathering won the Mensa Top 5 Mind Games Award. So, yeah, Wizards of the Coast. Basically, Magic, I think, is what made Wizards of the Coast popular enough to where they could end up buying the Pokemon card game and also to be bought out by Hasbro. So, they made enough money to finally do that. I mean, in September of 1999, toy manufacturer Hasbro bought Wizards of the Coast for about $325 million. Yeah. So that was it. But yeah, I mean, Magic the Gathering was so popular, it created Wizards of the Coast, essentially, and then gave them the ability to buy Dungeons and Dragons and gave them the ability to go ahead and buy the Pokemon trading card, and then gave them the ability to be sold to Hasbro, which is a big toy manufacturer, if anybody doesn't know that. But yeah, so I don't know. Magic the Gathering is still going strong since 93. So it's been a while, man.
One of us has to shit.
What?
So one of us has to shit.
Keep going strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I didn't hear
Ain't
about.
gonna be me.
Yeah, I didn't hear about it. Like I know my friends were playing it, but I wasn't. I wasn't into that shit. I was into playing video
Yeah.
games, dude. I was into sports
Yeah,
and
me
video
too.
games, so I had no idea what this was, and I'm sure I probably would not have been able to play it because, my parents were very like anti magic and Dungeons and Dragons, and they were very, you know, Bible Christian oriented. So there's no way in hell I would have ever been able to play this. I wanted to do Dungeons and Dragons. I wanted to do those kinds of things, but alas, I could not. So, but anyways, I think that's a pretty good talk on a card game, and I say that we go ahead and we play it sometime, man. I'll buy some cards at some point. So, it's a matter of me
fucking finding them for one.
Yeah, well, I know, right? Yeah, because like,
dude, no, you can't find. You have to. I'll end up getting something for you, or you could use one of mine, dude.
Yeah,
won't be a big deal.
In the meantime, I like to make
unless you're
deck.
out when they restock or something, and then hit me up if they have One Piece or some Magic, because I can't find anything in town, dude.
Really?
I can't find dick in town. If anything, maybe Magic or Digimon, but that was before I was like, okay, I'll pick up some Magic.
Well, have you been to Paladins?
That's another day for another story for another day, dude.
What happened?
Well, I don't want to put that out in the air. It's better now, but
all right, well, that's fine. Say then let's go ahead and play this fucking music. Then how about that? We'll do the outro. You can tell me afterwards. And is that cool?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. For sure. For sure.
You got anything you want to say before we go?
Did you hear about Kanye West and his cousin?
What? They fucking?
I guess something. I don't know.
Huh. Okay.
That's all I'm seeing right now. Here, I'll show you the meme.
All right.
Let's all cheer with Doc and Max. The sound is clear. Their voices ring where truth appears. A laughter echoes year to year. From dusty trails to open skies, their words inspire, their jokes surprise.
Okay, what's going on with Kanye?
I guess he said that that him and his cousin had sex, or that he wanted to have sex with his cousin. Something like that.
I mean, if you got a hot cousin.
I mean, I get that.
Well, and then are they first cousins? Because then, yeah, that's fucked up. But if they're second cousins, like, whatever.